Hi, Mark Robertson back here with you. I'm talking about my book, Carrying Lawn Chairs, Youth Sports and Other Parental Mindsets. Getting near the end of the first part of the book where we talk about parents and youth involved in organized youth sports and the problems I have with it, and how I am not for improving organized youth sports. I'm for kids not being involved in organized youth sports before at least age 10. I think it's a waste of time. I think it gets in the way of kids learning how to play naturally, to have a good time. Play is the work of kids. And in my opinion, organized youth sports disrupts that. And it's all about the parents anyway. The parents want to get their kids involved at an early age to give them a head start on life so they can learn about competition, to get along in this crazy competitive world. And I don't think they learn much about competition. Where they learn about competition is in free play, in pickup games. They're out there. They don't have screaming fans in the audience yelling at them. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They're just having fun. They're trying new things. They're out in the fresh air, learning about themselves. And organized youth sports has not much of that at all. You got all these adults around there telling you what to do. The coaches, people in the stands yelling, all kinds of stuff going on. People are so into these games. It's a message they're sending to the kids that this must be really important. I mean, I should be out here even though I'm not having fun. This is where my parents want me to be. And my parents are going to love me. Well, I guess this is what I got to do because they know a lot more than I do about things. Well, I don't think youth sports is necessary at all for kids. Even if it was all about getting the kids to be good at the sport, I don't think they even need to start before 10 anyway. Maybe even 12. I mean, there's all kinds of stories about players from the past not even picking up the game until they're 12 years old. And it's ridiculous. It's crazy. People are obsessed by starting kids young at everything, all kinds of activities. Let them play. They know what they want to do. They know what they want to play. Of course, you need boundaries. You can't let them run wild and free, but let them have natural play. That authentic play seems to be lacking in today's society. And you have all the electronic things and things like that. Not much going out in the backyard, just running around doing things and having a good time in the outdoors. It seems to be lacking. It's needed. I got off a little bit of a tangent there. My topic and my chapter today is all about winning. And probably in the history of sports in this country, maybe the most winningest coach or the winningest coach or the greatest coach is John Wooden. He coached UCLA basketball. And he had a different attitude on winning. It wasn't about winning to him. He didn't emphasize winning. He emphasized, of course, teamwork, conditioning, playing together, continued improvement, and really liking or even loving your team members, being a family atmosphere. And it was all about that. He enjoyed practices more than he enjoyed the games. He enjoyed teaching the game. And it was all about learning and doing things and being successful in the process and the techniques. And he would be happiest about continuing to learn that. And it was an ongoing learning process. And he always said he was a teacher. And he would be happiest when kids would learn and then execute. And like I say, the final score wasn't that big a deal to him. He would look up at the end of the game, and about the last 10 years, the final score was usually UCLA winning. Even though winning is important, he probably wouldn't have kept his job if he didn't win. His first years at UCLA were not that great. They were just pretty average, but he kept going and he learned and he got on a roll, and they, like I say, won 10 national championships. And one of the winningest coaches of all time in any sport did not emphasize winning. So there's a lesson in there. And there have been many books written about John Wooden. He also has an autobiography where you can learn his philosophies about not just basketball, but life in general. And that's what he used sports as. He wanted to bring out the best in the young men that played for him, and not only teach them basketball, but teach them about life and being prepared for life. And that's largely one of the great advantages of sports. I'm a sports fan. I love to win. I'm happy when my local team wins, or the teams I'm following, or my favorite golfer wins, or whatever. And I don't have any problem with that. A lot of people, including myself, would get our identity, or some of our identity, from our winning teams. And the billion-dollar industry of sports paraphernalia, buying jackets, $100, $200 jackets. It's amazing what people spend on that stuff. And I don't have a problem with it. They're just having fun. They enjoy it. And but the problem is when parents or others get their identity from the youth sports teams, you got 4, 5, 6 year olds out there playing t-ball or whatever they're playing, and their parents are so into the games, and they're so into them winning, and this is almost like a life or death situation. If they're not good now, oh my gosh, they'll never be good down the road. They'll never get into high school. They'll never play in college or the pros or whatever is going through their minds. I think it's all a dysfunctional scene. I know this is all controversial. This is not a book or talk about improving organized youth sports, especially for very young kids. It's about being against very young kids being involved in organized youth sports. I think it, at the very least, is unnecessary. I don't think the kids enjoy it. They want to be out in the backyard, running around, playing free. Let them kick the ball by in the backyard or play catch or take them out to a park and hit around. There's nothing they would enjoy more than playing some baseball with their dad or others. So this is what I'm for. Pickup games. That's where they learn competition anyway. You go out and play on your own down the street at the park or in the playground or in the backyard. That's where you really learn about competition because you're really into the game. You don't have all these adults in the stands telling you what to do and you're afraid to make mistakes. There, you're just having fun and you're really competitive and you really want to win. That's how you learn about competition, not organized youth sports at age 5. And again, I'm not against organized youth sports for older kids and their teens, but it's crazy, all this stuff going on at 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's so many things like that. Kids are not interested. I think if it's not harmful, it is, like I say, it's at the very least unnecessary. And it also, organized youth sports at very young ages, they often take it to the other extreme. Either the parents are obsessed with winning, or it's like a participation thing where everybody bats. They really don't know the rules of the game. I assume they try to keep some sort of score, but I even heard where that's not even that important. Then the kids, they can see right through that too. I mean, the harder they try to fix organized youth sports, the worse it gets. You have your father pitch, you have your machine pitch. I even heard there's a league where if a pitcher walks a batter, the batter doesn't walk. At that point, an adult comes out and finishes the at-bat. This is crazy. I mean, so that's a message right there that something is wrong fundamentally with organized youth sports. It makes no sense. And at that young age. And that's basically the message of my whole book. I repeat a lot of stuff, but repetition maybe get the message through to a number of more people. And we thank you for being with us again today. Once again, my book, Carrying Lawn Chairs, Youth Sports and Other Parental Mindsets. It's available at Amazon for just under $10 for the paperback and $2.99 for the electronic version. And we thank you for being with us today. And we're soon to approach the second part of the book where we'll talk about a number of things in the parent-child dynamic, such as education and just society in general. And good to have you with us today, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.